Hi guys, so Infinity Wars has had its premiere, and just before the movie's out for general release, I wanted to discuss what will be the role of Hawkeye, given that he has been somewhat ostracised from the rest of the Avengers promotional content. I have a loose idea of what I expect, but I want to know your opinion and what significance Clint Barton will play in the battle against Thanos. So okay, let's get started. The Russo brothers have been quoted as saying that Hawkeye is on his own mission. So if we take this as fact, the important part for me is when does he get this mission? And this comes either at one of two places, either right at the start of the movie or partway through the movie. If the mission he's seemingly on is from the start of the movie, it is most likely self-assigned. And this means that is likely to do with something from Civil War. For example, there was another person captive with them on the raft or in another facility, and he is determined to make things right, put things right, and release them. More on that later. Or, as many people are enjoying speculating on, that Hawkeye is in fact a Skrull, and he's looking for information or any sort of weakness that could aid a secret invasion. But for me, it's a bit too soon for this story arc, and with the Avengers disbanded currently, then what more threat to an invasion could there actually be? And finally, for me, given that his family are cast and said to make an appearance in the movie, it would suggest that he's going to be with them when he gets assigned the tasks. So let's work with this. Let's say he's getting a mission partway through the movie, most likely for Nick Fury's, as he's one of the few people who knows where Hawkeye's family are and that he's actually with his family. So what does Nick Fury think is important? Well, he's always been a pro-Avenger. He's always pushed this team. And therefore it makes sense if he wants to reunite them. The only problem with that is that all the promotional content seems to suggest the Avengers are operating separately throughout the entirety of this movie. So trying to reunite them is somewhat futile. But knowing Fury, he likes to have a contingency plan. So if he sees Doctor Strange and Iron Man going away, then maybe he wants a contingency plan. So if they don't succeed, the Earth still has a good chance. So how do they boost their odds? Well, some people think that Nick Fury knows where the Soul Stone is, and this would therefore mean that Hawkeye could end up wielding the Soul Stone, where, I mean, in Age of Ultron, he was shown to be needed by the Avengers. His wife commented that he sees all those gods, and they needed some grounding. Iron Man mentions that they fight in order to get home, to go home, and Hawkeye's family represents what they're all fighting for, what they all want. I've heard worse ideas, but I'm not sure the fans would react very well to this arc. I think there's a bigger plot and a better story for the Soul Stone. But whatever the reason is, it has to be compelling. And for me, it is going to be to rescue someone. Because if some Avengers go, they need some more to come up. And I think Nick Fury will approach him with an idea similar to the Tahiti Project and suggests that Quicksilver could actually be being rescued or resuscitated or brought back through this project. It's something that's never actually been brought up in the movies. And I also think this is a way to bring in Captain Marvel too. So Hawkeye will see he owes Quicksilver his life. There's a debt to be repaid. Even though the end of the world is quite compelling, it's a very personal story to sort of pay off that debt. And there is a risk that if it was just for the sake of saving the world, that the Marvel guys do risk repeating themselves and undermining the concept of retirement is every time there's major catastrophes. Just some guy just turns up again, even though he says he's out. It's a bit redundant. So I think Nick Fury's going to approach Hawkeye with the possibility that Quicksilver could be alive, and through this, he at least discovers Captain Marvel. So that's all I have, guys. Thank you for listening. I hope to be voicing my opinion again, so please subscribe, set up an alert, and definitely leave your opinion in the comments below. And I hope you're here again next time.